has come to my attention, guys, that Need Extra Life Struggle Session podcast has been delayed for further notice until 2021. That is very unfortunate news. But that's unfortunate. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. Welcome back to the Struggle Session podcast. I'm your host, Hollow Otaku, and of course I have
K1
YPE squared
and Hollow Otaku. Just like the intro, that is fake news. We are not delaying the podcast. But our topic is delays due to Corona and other sorts, i.e. games, movies, etc. Like, in recent news, Cyberpunk 2077 was supposed to be released November 19th and has now been moved to, I believe, December now.
December 10, 2020. And just before you continue, let's go ahead and just run down how much this thing has been delayed. So it was announced in May of 2012. The initial release was April 16, 2020. Then it was September 17, 2020. Then it was recently November 19, 2020. Now to December 10, 2020.
I just want to say I called it. Alright? I put up, when we did the NXL for G4, hashtag NXL for G4, I made a joke that, of a thing going, what's that? Oh, unfortunate news that Cyberpunk 2077 has been delayed again. And that was when it was coming out November 19th, and I called it.
Lo and behold.
G4, if you're listening, if you judge us on causing delays, he said it, not me.
You're part of it, so...
Yeah.
Chances just dropped.
We're probably going to delay it again after the PS5 drops.
No, I think they... I don't know. Do you know why they delayed it?
I heard it was because that huge time crunch that they did not work out to what they wanted. So there was supposed to be a little more content. They said they're cutting content now, but also just to make sure everything. I think they wanted to redo the weapon system and the fighting and the physical combat also. So that is just mainly what they literally said.
If it's for that reason, it's probably going to get delayed further.
Now, I swear to God that if this game tanks, you had so many chances of making it better.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Well, I heard, this quote was saying, I think it was from a Japanese game developer. Probably Shigeru Miyamoto said that, a bad game is forever bad, but a delayed game is eventually good.
And that's what I go off of, because the sad thing about it was, literally, like 2 days after it happened, so many people were throwing death threats at everybody who developed Cyberpunk. And I'm like, people, it's just a 3-week delay. Don't freaking throw death threats at everybody. They're working their asses off. They just got through a massive crunch. They don't need that stress in their life. And, they could release it, and literally it could suck. And then you'd all be pissed at that. So wouldn't it be better to have another 3-week delay just to make sure the game is good? I mean, if they're putting all this work into it, at least they're taking and trying. They're not pulling in early 2000s and just rushing it to the market just to make a quick buck before Christmas.
Here's the sad fact about that. There will be people who say it's a bad game.
That's everything.
Just their opinion. But hopefully we get the majority of people saying it's a good game and hope for the best.
Sadly, that's just people who want to shit on it just to act edgy. That's
or they really think it's a bad game and it's not what they thought it was.
I agree. There are people with legit facts on how this game is bad and how it doesn't play them. I respect that, but I hate the people who just start shitting on games because, it's so mainstream. I'm not gonna like it to act like I'm so my own person.
They're trying too hard to be all hipster and stuff.
I was just about to say that.
It's true.
Well, also, it seems the people complaining about it seem to either have forgotten or never learned in the first place the video game crash of the early 80s because due to like a bunch of rushed, incomplete games flooding the market. PT.
For the Atari.
But I'm also saying too, you know, some games that develops like because of like how rushed it was, you get the glitches and you get like the weird effects going on, which makes a cool video nowadays. Back then, no, but like now, like if it was rushed and you got all these glitches out of nowhere, I mean, you can blame the delays or whatever, but like that's kind of cool.
Yeah, but like I just have right here a list of games that literally were supposed to come out in 2020, but because of Corona, literally now are coming out in 2021, and they are as follows. So Stronghold, Warlords, Blue Fire, Kerbal Space Program 2, Guilty Gear Strive, Warframe, the major update, Halo Infinite, Deathloop, the Stanley Parallel, Sky Children of Light, No More Heroes 3, which technically I'll give them a pass because they just released No More Heroes 1 and 2 for Switch.
Hang on, you said the Stanley Parable. Is that coming to console?
It doesn't say. It just says moved from 2020 to 2021.
Well, that's because Stanley Parable's already out. That's what I was saying. Is it coming to
Oh,
console?
no, the Ultra Deluxe Edition.
The Ultra Deluxe Edition.
Yes. And then Kina's Bridge of Spirits, which
Say
technically...
penis?
No, Kina.
It definitely sounded like you said penis.
No, he said Kinas.
I heard penis.
Outriders, Harvest Moon, One World, Idolmaster, Digimon Survive, Seven Nights, Time Wanderer, Monstrum, and Dragon Mark for Death. And literally, with all these delays, you haven't heard anything from anybody on those, but like just because of
It's
Cyberpunk.
because we're waiting, because this was announced so early and everyone was anticipating, especially when they added Keanu Reeves into the mix. Hell yeah, people were ready for this shit.
Hey, I would just rather have it be good and not turn into another Duke Nukem Forever. We waited and waited and waited, and literally, if the game we got was released back in the 90s, yeah, it would have ruled.
Yeah.
But by the standards that it was released to, it was like that wasn't gonna fly.
Wow.
Now, speaking of delay stuff, movies, i.e., you got. I was anticipating for Black Widow was coming out in May. There was also, I mean, they're filming now. They're filming like the new MCU stuff, but there was the new Ghostbusters that was coming out. That was like a direct like sequel to the original one that takes place like with I think it was Bill Murray's grandson, and Paul Rudd's character was a big fan, and then all the ghosts like got released or something.
All I just know is it's gonna be on a farm and it's gonna just be a small town group of kids, like literally now.
Well, that's because that's where all the stuff was.
Well, yeah, I get it, but like, I just wish they put a little more. All we have is one teaser. I'm hoping that like soon we get some more information, and hopefully we get the cameos that we want of Bill Murray, and hopefully they after.
So instead of us talking about the movies, let's talk about movies being delayed. Now, I can understand why they're being delayed is because of COVID, and movie theaters are now just a no-go of places. I mean, we watched a horror movie, but it was actually pretty tame because everyone has to wear a mask unless you eat. This is at the Alamo Draft House. So their thing is basic seatings. You gotta wear a mask. And then there's a certain way you have to exit. It starts to the people up in the front to the back. And it goes from wedding style, essentially. And then, everything is very tame. They do to-go stuff to give your food, except for that time. Apparently, I don't know why they gave us plates when they were like, yeah, we have to give you to-go boxes. But I know you can lose the money on movies. Like, you could just put it on streaming platforms like Vudu, Peacock, and all that. But with Vudu, you gotta buy it. Like, Scoop went on to Vudu and bought it, and then you got people like Disney with Mulan that was like, yeah, you need to do an additional $30 just to get the movie. But we're going to give you two free in December because, there's diehard Disney fans that really wanted to watch it and was heavily disappointed or actually liked it. you know.
Mm.
But I'm not gonna watch it till I get it for free because there's no Mushu, there's no crickets, there's like no, be a man,
Yep.
But with movies being delayed and all that, it pushed. So I'm going more on the effects of being delayed in the MCU,
Mm.
and with that being delayed, it is really pushing back on Phase 4 a lot. Right now, they are filming. They just got done filming. What's his face? The 9-10 Rings.
Oh, Shang-Chi.
Yeah, they just finished that. They haven't done a trailer yet. And they haven't even tell anyone who's in the movie besides the main guy. And then you got Spider-Man 3 is now filming now because Tom Holland just posted up a video saying, "I just got my iPad in the mail." And it is the script for Spider-Man 3. Don't worry, I won't tell you. And then he thinks he broke the iPad.
Mm-hmm.
But Black Widow's been done since like April,
Mm-hmm.
like for real.
Same with
And-
Wonder Woman 84.
Yeah. So we're waiting on those. And then Doctor Strange should be filming next year.
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with Thor.
Mm.
On a different note, Tom Holland just finished
Uncharted.
filming for that. So we can look out for that in 2022, I believe. But I don't think delays in movies hurts like the fans and the company as well. But the whole COVID is just hurting everything on sales and everything.
Mm.
Delays are inevitable, and there's nothing we can do.
True.
That's true. Being that it's not just I guess like the delays in of themselves, but you gotta keep in mind like the producers or like any content creator would have to like make more often than not major lifestyle changes. For instance, like they have to now telework, work from home or whatever you call it. You know, they you basically have to collaborate the material differently. Whether like matter of fact, like this is a reason, among the reasons that people use GitHub to share files, for instance. But but it's a slightly different topic. But that's also something to consider. Content creators and like also having to go through like any sort of like any struggles that are related, whether directly or indirectly, to the disease pandemic. On that note, well, what else do you guys have to add?
So I'll go ahead and continue. So this has a little bit to do with movies, but main thing is anime, new anime and seasons. So most of the anime that is literally stacked up for 2021 literally was supposed to be shown this season in the fall arc of anime, but they decided. So we know like Reincarnated as a Slime season 2 is now going to be split into 2 parts. The first part's coming out in 2021 January, and then the second part I think is supposed to come out in April. And there's also supposed to be a spin-off series, but it was supposed to be a full second season, but because of COVID, they decided to split it in 2 parts. Then we know Welcome to Demon School Iruma-kun is getting a second season, and that will be also in January 2021. Rising of the Shield Hero, of course, has been only teased, but it's going to be out in 2021. So that we don't know if that was fully delayed for that. But the one thing right now that I'm really waiting for information is mainly when will Demon Slayer the Mugen Train come out, because they already released it in October and it's been killing in Japan. So, but there is no word on when it is coming to the States. There is planned to come to the States, but because the one movie that has literally been delayed the most out of this entire thing for anime was the Fate Stay Night third movie, which got delayed literally 3 times. So, like a bunch of good seasons are now stacked for 2021, but most of that was supposed to already come here, but due to COVID, that has been held up like Very much, very much.
Yeah, delays are inevitable at this point, and it sucks.
Yes, 100%. But we here in Need Extra Life would like to put out like our deepest like thanks to everybody working hard in the entertainment industry to bring us this, and we can only say take as much time as you need. We are not in a hurry. We will respect your decision if you decide to delay anything that comes on, because we would like you to put people's safety before entertainment. It's still going to come out, just like with Chadwick Boseman's death. And people were already asking for Black Panther 2. When Black Panther 2 comes out, it'll come out, but let's mourn the man. Give him his moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just gonna have to be what it is what it is, and we have to deal, and until this is over, either way we're all gonna still get delays even when this is over.
100%.
And at least at least they're giving us something for us to look forward to in the future. That's the only positive side I could see, maybe, besides it could be good. Delays on movies, it's already done, but with games, it's they're still working on it, so hopefully that's something. But on that note, guys, that is it for today's podcast. I am Hollow Otaku, and as always, keep moving forward. We'll see you in the next podcast.
Once again, thank you to everyone in the industry. Wear a mask and stay safe.
But look on the bright side. At least you got more time to go through your backlog of games and movies and stuff to watch or play.
And catch up on any good anime.
As always.